let's take a journey. Oh my god. I'm Jenny, I'm a senior at Northwood, and I don't really know what Fortnite is. I mean, of course I know what it is, but I don't really understand it. And in this video, I'm going to be looking at Fortnite through a few different perspectives, like internet research.
Not gonna lie, I felt kind of stupid as a teenager clicking on informational articles for confused parents.
An everyday player.
Did you do any damage to anyone? Did you shoot anyone?
I don't want to talk about it.
And even my own perspective, because I will be playing the game.
Maybe if you just say it to the, say it to the computer really closely. Thank you, bus driver.
This is definitely not a how I fell in love with Fortnite video. That is not gonna happen. That will never happen. I can completely guarantee it. I would feel so stupid if that happened. Also, I'm gonna try not to be judgmental in this video of Fortnite, but I'm very bad at video games. And honestly, I think it's pointless to try to be better at them. So I don't try to be better at them. So with that being said, let's take a journey.
I started with some basic research about the game. I asked the most general question of all, what is Fortnite? Wikipedia, perhaps not the most reliable source, but is good for getting a general idea of something, defines Fortnite as an online video game first released in 2017 and developed by Epic Games. It is available as separate software packages having different game modes that otherwise share the same general gameplay and game engine. While this is a pretty straightforward definition, I wanted to find articles that could define Fortnite more conceptually. Most of the articles yielded from the What is Fortnite web search were targeted at parents. Not gonna lie, I felt kind of stupid as a teenager clicking on informational articles for confused parents. Most of these articles covered the simple, factual questions most parents would be asking. Who makes it? Is it violent? How much does it cost? But some articles took an attempt at theorizing why Fortnite is so popular. One article from The Guardian, entitled Fortnite, A Parent's Guide to the Most Popular Game in Schools, said, cleverly, the developer is adding new items, features, and play modes on a weekly basis, so there is always a new reason to come back and play. The developers of Fortnite know that people, Gen Z especially, are always looking for the next big thing, so they supply it before you can find it in something else. In giving reasons for why Fortnite is a cultural phenomenon, gaming journalist Colin Campbell, writing for Polygon, offered explanations in shareable moments, smart design, social glue, and more. Obviously, Fortnite knows its consumer is living in a competitive, technological, social media-filled world, and they do a good job of shaping their content to keep that consumer interested. As for the more logistical side of Fortnite, like how to actually play, I didn't think reading an article would realistically help my performance. However, I did look up quick tips for success in Fortnite, and a good portion didn't make sense to me at all. I stared at the phrase L1 is crouch in a Forbes article for a good 30 seconds before realizing that L1 is probably a button. Apparently, shield potions are important and basic pistols are terrible, but do you think I actually absorbed any of this information? No. Of course not.
My next step was to interview someone who plays the game pretty regularly and therefore has a really good understanding of the game. My choice was senior Will Ortiz, and my first questions were about his personal experience with the game.
I've been playing since basically the game came out, since before Season 1 even happened, which was called the preseason. Barely anyone even played back then.
Whoa, how did you find out about it?
A bunch of my friends started playing, and they would always just talk about it over Snapchat and stuff, and I noticed people were playing it, and I was just, I don't know, I was kind of annoyed at first, and I was like, why is everyone posting this video game? So I just kind of tried it, and I noticed, whoa, it's actually really fun.
What piqued your interest? What made it seem fun?
The fact that it's a battle royale game. It's not like most first-person shooters. It has lots of different guns that are pretty abstract, and they're interesting, fun, different from most guns, and also the cartoony style of the game is really fun. I find it interesting.
Okay, and so if I were playing Fortnite, what's the first thing, just walk me through a game of Fortnite.
So you start on the battle bus, and you drop in wherever you want, and you land there.
What's the best place to drop?
It's pretty much up to wherever you want to go. It depends. If you want a lot of kills, go to Tilted Towers. If you want to play the game safe, go somewhere like further on the outside of the map.
So what do you do after you drop off?
First look for a gun, kill anyone you see, I guess. Just get materials, get a good inventory so that you get prepared for late game.
Do you think Fortnite has a culture?
I do think it has a culture. It's not the best culture. It's kind
Why?
of cringy. I don't know, it's just a lot of little kids that are really annoying. And a bunch of like, I don't know, like people who are too old to be playing Fortnite.
What's the oldest you've ever encountered playing?
I've seen like 40-year-olds playing. Yeah, it's just like, dude, don't.
Have you ever considered playing professionally?
No, I'm not nearly good enough.
Do you know anything about the professional Fortnite scene? Like what goes on?
Not too much. I don't really keep up with it. But I know like the good players all play.
What's the most wins you've ever like encountered in someone else?
Someone else, upwards of like 500. Yeah, some people play a lot.
Give me advice going into playing.
Going into playing, get materials and learn how to build. You can't build, you're gonna die.
It's time to play the game. There's no way to introduce this. This is just, I've already played it. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just enjoy.
Hey, what's up? This is Jenny, and now I'm playing Fortnite. Are you ready? How do I thank the bus driver? Everyone's thanking the bus driver. Maybe if you just say to the, you just like say it to the computer really closely. Thank you, bus driver. People are already dying. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, guns. Okay. Oh wait. Shift. Run. Do 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 do. Now I'm running, everyone. In case you couldn't tell. Oh. I'm trying to consume you. What? Someone. Sorry, I don't know what just happened. I'm watching the play. I hate you. How rude. I hate that guy. W. W. Hi. Take some books. I feel like those aren't helpful in this game. Oh no! Oh god! Get away from me! Wait. It all just happened so fast. I feel like this isn't good content. It's just me not knowing what's going on. Hey, what's that? Okay, cool. There's something. E. E again. What? What? E. I'm having so much fun. God, these videos are gonna make me seem so dumb. Jump. Jump. I like jumping. Porn potty. Wow, Fortnite really is so realistic. Porn potties and everything.
I'm finally finished gathering all the information. I did internet research, I talked to Will, and I even played it myself. And, you know, it was interesting. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't expect this to be a Jenny falls in love with Fortnite video. And it definitely wasn't. It was still a video game. I still sucked at it. The main purpose for this video, for me, was really just to inform the uninformed. I know this whole thing was so cringy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And after this, I'm never gonna worry about Fortnite ever again.